So my 16-year-old decides she wants to enter the workforce and she applies for a job at a pizza joint. She's very upset, nervous, excited because she thinks she's going to have to make change. That's the one thing she's worried about. So I grab some nickels, dimes, quarters, pennies. Welcome to the public school learning process.
Yeah.
She has no idea how to make change. Well, I explained. Okay, total is $14.79. How do you make change? I have no idea. My oldest daughter at 19 says, there's a computer that tells you, oh no, because we're going to get to what happens when somebody, it's $14.75 and somebody gives you $20.25. Oh God, their head will explode. Then we started talking about how people will shortchange you. Imagine I'm your dad. I'm literally, so the total is $20.75. Someone gives you a $20 bill. She's trying to make the change. This is after 10 minutes of her understanding. Okay, exactly. Count backward. $11.79. 1 penny makes it 80. 2 more dimes, a nickel. $12. 13, 14, 15, and a 5 is 20. Here's your change. Then I say, I love your blonde hair while she's making change. Oh, thank you. My daughter's 16. How old are you? 16. What was my change again? Then I'm playing a short change trick and robbing her. She made me a mug for Father's Day, by the way.
That's awesome.
Well, look,
great kid.
Here's the point.
Yeah.
We're resorting for the weekend, and she's supposed to start tomorrow. She tells me, I don't feel well. Well, I'm sorry, but you're going in. This is life. You're going to that job. There's no way after you interviewed, we've talked about all this. Okay, it's just a pizza joint, but you're going. So
the base.
You're not about to get what was your first job when you're 50 and you're a multimillionaire? Somebody's going to ask about your first job. You're saying, well, I remember I worked at Miller's Outpost, but only for 2 days. Well, at least I went in. I did the thing. I hated it. They made me stand in the front. They didn't trust me to do anything and say, hello, good morning. I was a greeter, basically. And then I told the boss, I said, I don't understand why I have to stand there and say, and they said, well, you're basically the first line of security. If you make eye contact and you speak to everyone, they're less likely to shoplift. You should have seen me on the second day. Hello, how are you? I took it very seriously because they took the time to explain what I was doing, why I was there, what my function was. Then the Navy, oh God, talk about having no clear-cut function, but that's another story for another day. My point is, about all of this, I'm endlessly calling these real estate agents who don't want to answer their phone, whose voicemail boxes are full. They have no work ethic. They live in the greatest country in the world, most of them. I make calls in Guam, Puerto Rico, Australia, English and non-English speaking countries. And I'll tell you what, in other countries, boom, they answer.
Yeah.
They want to work. They understand where that paycheck is coming from. This contact number you gave me is for a broker, not the landlord's agent.
Gotcha. Okay.
We've left several messages, for instance, for Matt.
Yeah,
in this
man,
location in the Bronx, New York. I left messages and he texted back, send financials.
Mm-hmm.
Does he even know which space we're calling about?
He does.
How do you know?
Well, when we spoke the first time, me trying to get his contact info. Well, he knows that we're talking. He doesn't know we're talking about this laundromat, but he knows we're talking about the space around there.
Who spoke to him?
Yeah.
Who spoke to him?
Well, that's how he texted us back.
Okay. Ralph, all it shows in the notes is on 6/14 last week that I dialed twice and left a message.
And then he texted us back.
Correct. I have never spoken to him. That's a different thing than a text.
Oh, That's me.
There are no notes in the document that we are sharing that I spoke to him. I haven't talked to him. He texted back and said, "Send me your financials."
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Here's the broker from the last one calling me. So let's pick up.
Oh, let's see.
Hi, this is Danny.
Hey, David.
Danny.
Danny?
Alex, is it?
Yes, it is. This is Alex.
Hi.
Who am I speaking?
Danny.
Damien.
Danny. D-A-N-N-Y. Danny.
Danny. I'm sorry. We have
a bad connection.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can't fix that. Queens, New York, on Astoria, there is a coin laundromat there. I would like to lease that space from you.
In Astoria, Queens, New York, for $130,000, right?
I don't know what that means.
All right. So where did you see the ad?
Are you a business broker? Do you sell laundromats?
Yes, sir. I do.
Okay.
Do, Danny. I do.
Okay.
I do.
So
we're on
you
the same
don't.
page on that.
You don't work for the landlord and lease said space.
Pardon?
All right, so it's $130,000.
Yeah. It's $130,000. The one in Astoria it's already in contract. There is a laundromat building which I'm selling for one.
Let's just stop right there. I want to talk about Astoria Avenue. That and only that.
Okay.
The sale price for the business is $130K.
Yeah.
And what is the square footage of that location?
Well, there's no reason to actually go into it because we've received the check and the contract is out. So from at that point in time, I kind of just stopped any calls from coming in on that. He's already we have proof of funds. He's already put down 10%. So that's out. That is sold.
Good for you. Excellent. Congratulations. I hope it goes through.
Correct. Yeah.
I've run 36 stores in 3 states, and I think that when you have a fish on, it's probably a good idea to keep that lure hooked. However, you want to talk about another store for sale in Astoria? Queens?
So tell me, Danny, is this the first time that we were speaking? Or
yeah, I don't have your number. I called you. Your voicemail box is full, and you say text, don't leave messages, but that's neither here nor there. We've never spoken in the past.
And Danny, where did you see the ads? So,
I physically scout laundromats. I don't see ads.
You scout them out. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. So in this particular location in Queens, New York, the coffee shop provided your card. He knew that the store was for sale for some time and provided your information.
Really?
I understand you're trying to do some demographics for your own personal use, but I didn't find you in an ad. Can you sell me any other business? Any other type of business?
Sure.
Sorry?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, I could.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, I could.
So you'll sell me not only a laundromat, but also, I don't know, a dollar store?
Yeah. You just
liquor
tell me
store?
what you're looking for.
Convenience
Tell me what
store?
you're looking for, and then, I am a business broker, so we can kind of work together. If you're looking to buy, I can.
Tell me about the nearest laundromat to this location in Queens that you have for sale.
It's 1.45. It's the building. And
what is
business.
that? Is that a dollar figure?
Yes, it's 1.5 million.
Yeah, I get it. Million. 2 M's. $1.45 million. Where is it? What's the location?
It's in Elmhurst, in Jackson Heights.
Okay.
It's a very densely populated area.
I don't need the sales talk. I just want to know the facts that I'm asking about. So it's of course it's densely populated. It's lovely.
Yeah, 3,600 on on the rent roll, there's 2 apartments upstairs.
So that's
You
the
have
building. I
40
get the building, I get the apartments, I get the whole deal.
Yeah, and you have a 40 machine. You have 20 washers and you have 20 dryers.
20 washers.
Yeah.
Okay. And where did you arrive at that price of 1.45 million?
2 blocks away. Building just closed for 1.2.
Does that building have a laundromat located within the 4 walls?
No.
Okay.
No.
So your basis
can
is
look at
on
the-
what they call in real estate a comparable price, a comparable sale.
Correct. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And does that other building that sold for 1.5 have 2 apartments and the same square
Yeah.
footage?
Same square footage.
And what business is there?
Chinese food restaurant.
Let me ask you
And
something
2 apartments.
personal, Alex. Do you eat Chinese food?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I like Chinese.
Do you frequent laundromats every week?
Do I what?
Do you frequent laundries? Do you do your laundry in a coin laundromat?
No. I live in.
So you do eat
have
Chinese food, but you don't frequent laundromats. So here's what's funny about you and me. I eat Chinese food.
Mhm.
I don't frequent laundromats. So you and I are part of a demographic that 100% of which would never even notice that laundromat. Never notice it. It's like fat kids in donut shops, right? You just drive right by.
Yep, that kid. Gotta love him.
You get where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Demographics are important. Can you sell me a Chinese restaurant? Probably.
Yeah. The Chinese.
But the
restaurant.
basis for the sale of this particular building and laundromat in 2 apartments is based on a comp a few blocks away that has nothing to do with the laundromat.
Correct.
You would, okay. You would impress me if you said, well, Danny, the sale price is based on the last 6 years of net income. But that's not what you're
Yeah.
telling me.
Yeah. No. I'm telling you that the comps from the building 2 blocks away just got sold for 1.2 million.
Let's go back to the store that I'm calling on Queens, New York, that you don't want to talk about. $130,000 was the sale price for the building. No, only the business rights.
Correct. Yeah.
Only the business rights.
Mhm.
Did you talk to your new operator there about the former income in that laundromat?
Yeah. I think we got those. We got the financials there.
Okay. 130 grand is cheap.
Yeah, Danny, tell me what state are you in?
New York.
You're in New York.
Why would I be calling on coin laundromats? Oh, you're talking about my cell phone since I'm on a cell phone.
Yeah.
I got a wireless number. I have a beautiful ranch in Cave Creek, Arizona.
Yeah. And you're in the laundromat business, right, Danny?
As stated, yes, sir. I don't buy the stores, though. If you come across a lease, you can let me know and we'll talk terms.
Got it. So tell me, Danny. Now you operate how many of them?
36 stores in 3 states.
What's the stores called?
Would you like me to email so you can look at all of my locations?
Sure. Yeah.
If I take over a store, which is what I do, I keep it. Depending on the signage, I keep the name. I don't want to spend
Same name.
even. I don't want to spend even $3,000. If it's Ralph's Laundry, great. People probably like that name. They appreciate it being Ralph's for the last 30 years, so I leave it. Then my LLC will be named D'Angelo Ralph's Astoria or Queens. But it's a good question. Likely you and I will not do business, as what I do is lease the space. But if I'm in the market for a coffee shop or a yogurt stand, I'll call you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for the call.
Ciao. Ralph, it's always fun to talk to business brokers who are trying to sell laundromats because It's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go watch X-Men films because I think I'm going to go out and become an X-Man. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
My YouTube channel isn't meant to entertain people. It's meant to educate.
Educate.
When we called this guy, I told you that all signs point to him being a business broker that sells laundromats because the coffee shop next door said, here's the guy's card. I know the place has been closed for a long time. Now, is he good at his job? No.
Mm-hmm.
Call him up. Hey, this is Alex. I'm a business broker to the stars. I'm ready to do business with you. Sorry, I'm either dead or in the hospital. If it's the latter and not the former, I'll call you right back as soon as they spring me from this place in a wheelchair. Beep.
Beep.
But instead, his voicemail's non-existent, and it says that his box is full. $130,000, the sale price. Darn it, you missed it, didn't you? He didn't want to talk about what's happening within that laundromat. He didn't want to talk about what's there. And the most important thing is he'll also sell you a yogurt stand or an empanada shop or a food truck, I'll bet.
For sure.
Once he snapped out of it, he started, well, where are you at? Can't run laundromats from outside the state. I haven't met anybody in 20 years that gave me a home number that rang somewhere that they are from. But the real point of that conversation was, here's another store you can buy. We'll play the game. Why not? We're on the phone with him. Why not? $1.5 million. Why?
Oh,
why?
I think he was telling that. I think his selling point was the 2 bedrooms upstairs. The two apartments upstairs.
Come on. We're not picking sides here. There's no reality. There's no reality to that sale price. You don't use comps when you sell a Chinese restaurant versus a laundromat. And that all of this is why we don't buy. I've got 6 or 7 videos where I accidentally speak to brokers. They're all mildly entertaining, but they all lead to zero. They all lead to nothing. I want to call landlords and lead you to a successful store. That's what I want. That's what you want. We were making an attempt to call our friend Matt when we were so rudely interrupted by our friend Alex calling us back. So, back to that. We've had no conversations with him, but when he texted, this laundromat bro, and in this case, Matt, we believe, is the right guy. He's the landlord's agent. The laundromat is open, operating, not closed down. It's scary in there. There's tons of out-of-order machines. 70% of the equipment is broken. I got lots of enemies, and I wouldn't send one of them in here. Thanks for laughing at that. When we called Matt, he wrote back, send me your financials. You know my point? He doesn't even know which space we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, in a perfect world, if everything I did was scripted, we'd pick up the phone, we'd call landlords or their agents, they would answer, we'd have a lovely conversation about moving you into the space. But all this other stuff needs to be discussed.
Yep.
Let's call our friend Matt. Maybe he'll answer instead of texting me back. Here we go. Mute your phone.
That's right.
Subscribe to the channel. Now's your chance. Don't miss these lives. Your heart's pounding. The phone's ringing. Come on, Matt. I don't see you subbing. Here's Matt.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 9.
Hey, Matt. Danny D'Angelo left a message last week. I'm looking at some commercial space. I want to talk terms. You can call or text anytime, day or night. Same as it ever was. Date and time LMTCB for leaving a message to call back. Notes are important. That's all we have for today, am I right?
For the 3, yeah.
Ralph, it has been a whirlwind, an enjoyable moment in time. When you're out there, you're the boots on the ground. You're the guy doing the hard work. I get that. I'm just a surgeon. When you go in for brain surgery, you hope you shake the hand of the best surgeon in the universe before they put you under. The surgeon has a job to do. Hopefully he's got 30 years experience. Does he knock you out?
He's not the one to knock me out.
He doesn't knock you out. That's the anesthesiologist's job. He doesn't knock you out any more than he parks and valets your car. Everybody's got a job to do. Does he even close the incision when he's done with the surgery?
Does he sew it up? I'm not sure after that.
Probably not.
I know he doesn't knock you out.
All right, nurse, I'm finished. Close. And off he goes. He's built this career over 30 years, becoming the best surgeon there is, and you know that. You're going to be fine. Family's going to be happy. Your hair is going to grow back. But that surgeon, I liken that to me. I just show up, do the work, while I'm listening to Rachmaninoff, doing my level best to do the work for you. You're everybody else in this scenario. You are the village that it takes to do this. From the car parker to the guy that keeps the... What if the electricity goes off in the middle of your surgery? The backup generators kick on. You're going to be fine.
Yep.
The guy in maintenance that keeps the operating theater clean is an important job. He's saving lives. The guy that keeps the backup generator topped off with gasoline, saving lives. The woman in the basement who collects the bills and makes sure that the lights stay on, saving lives. You are that village. I'm just the surgeon. Let me do my job by putting all of the other pieces together for me, my friend. Stuff the info in the document. On that store that we called for $130K, find the landlord and we'll call him. Because there's a missing piece in all of this. Does that guy have a good lease? He said, oh, no, we don't want to talk about that. The check is signed. They've already got their earnest money. Let me sell you something else. A coffee shop, a donut house, anything you need. Brokers are phenomenal people making a living like everybody else. God bless them. We just don't deal with them. Because anyone selling a laundromat is selling what?
Nothing.
They're selling their nightmare.
It's kind of failure.
Ralph, I love you. Talk soon.
Thank you, Dan.
Ciao. Sometimes not what much gets done, but we still get not the entertainment, but the education that we need. And that's part of what today is. Thank you, kids.